Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarah, also sarasfaves on Instagram, where I will link that below for y'all in the description box. And today we are doing my May reset video. So for those that don't know or are new to my channel, I started doing reset videos every month. So I'll film it at the end of the month for the next following month and talk about my previous goals, what I'm proud of, what I've accomplished from this last month of April, and then my goals moving forward to May. I got this idea from my friend Carter Sullivan and Brianna Tata. They both do reset videos as well, so check them out on YouTube. I'll also have them linked below too. But today we're doing my May reset video. So I always do it in my little bullet journal. This was February's reflection, just to give you an idea. And I actually decided not to finish my April reflection because I wanted to chat through it together. And I thought it would be fun to do it together. You can hear my thought process of like, okay, what did I accomplish, and really reflect on that. But I do have my April goals that we'll go through and my May goals as well, which I finished off. I also thought it would be fun to, this is my planner that I use, and go through and write my goals in here also to keep them front of mind. I feel like I tend to forget my goals. I don't carry that journal with me all the time, so they sometimes slip my mind and then I'm not working towards them. So I want to write them on there, and then I also want to start by filling out as well my week for next week. So let's dive right in. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so now or after the video if you like it. And make sure to like this video as it does support my channel. We're almost to 400 subscribers. We're at like 395, I think. But it's not about the number. I just really love having everyone here and being here and supporting me. And as always, comment down below any other ideas for videos that you have. I'm more than open to feedback, and we'll dive into the reset, and I'll also at the end do my favorites for April. So let's do it. To start it off, I'm gonna crack open an Athletic Brewing Run Wild. For those who don't know, I don't drink alcohol, so this is a non-alcoholic beer. I also partner with them as an ambassador, so if you use my code, you can get 20% off. I'll have that also in the description box. But I just finished a 6.5 hour shift at Lululemon, so that tastes real good right now. All right, April goals. What were our goals for April? I'll also link that video here too, so y'all can watch that if you want. So I break it down into personal goals, Sarah's Faves goals, which is my YouTube channel, Instagram, all that, financial goals, wellness goals. Read 4 books, part of my personal goals. I did do that. Let's check my Goodreads to see what books I read for the month of April. Okay, in April I read The Last Mrs. Parrish, On a Quiet Street, The Rose Code, and Look Closer. So 3 out of those 4 were mystery / thriller, all kind of similar plot, but that was just what I was in the mood for this month. And then The Rose Code was like World War II historical fiction about Bletchley Park and the woman that worked there. So that was super good. Out of those 4, honestly, The Rose Code probably was my favorite. I would say that that was the best one. And then out of the thrillers, Look Closer was my favorite, which I'll talk more about as well as one of my favorites. Read 20 minutes before bed. I checked off that goal. I didn't read every single night. Obviously, there's some nights when I'm tired, some nights when I get home too late and I'm just not in the mood to read, or I'll read for like 5 minutes and then get super tired and go to bed. But most of the time I read 20 minutes before bed, whether it was on the couch, in bed, or even just 20 minutes for the day. So I call that as a completion. Reorganized guest bedroom. So I did do that. I made it into my office. I kind of booted Billy out. Sorry about that. But I was kind of annoyed with having my office and desk in the kitchen in the same space. So I wanted to make them a little bit more separate when I work from home. I will go ahead and film that right now so y'all can see what I did with the guest bed. Okay, here is the guest bedroom / office. So I moved my desk in here. We sold Billy's desk, and then his desk chair is just in the closet to the right. And then the guest bed used to be like facing me this way long, but I just moved it to this wall, and I really like it a lot better. I like not having my desk out in the main room. And then where we did have it before was just right over here in that little corner where that black shelving is. So I like having the open space now, and I'm glad that I did that. So we reorganized the guest bedroom. On my May goals, you'll see as well, and I'll talk about it, but I want to reorganize the closet in there. It's a mess. So that is on my list of things to do. Goodwill run, I did that for my clothes. I also went to the thrift store as well, Uptown Cheapskate, to see if I could get some money for my clothes as well. So I completed my 4 out of 4 personal goals, which is great. I feel like I wasn't even honestly thinking about them. They were just things that were starting to bother me, like the Goodwill run and the reorganizing the guest bedroom, that I ended up just doing them because they had been like bothering me for so long. Sarah's faves goals, 1 post/reel per week. I actually did do that. I didn't think I was that active on my social media, on my Instagram that much in April, but I actually ended up posting more than I thought I did, so that was great. Find new inspirational accounts was my second goal. I did that. I ended up going through and just kind of like looking at who I followed, seeing when they last posted was. You can see like least interacted with on your Instagram, so I thought that was really cool to see like who I interacted with the least, and if I should maybe just like not follow them anymore because they either don't post, or if I just wanted to find some new inspirational accounts. So I did like a little bit of a cleanse with my social media on my Sarah's faves, not my personal one. And then I'm still trying to find some inspirational accounts. So if you know anyone, or if you're subscribed to anyone on YouTube, leave them below. I'm always looking for fun accounts to follow, whether it's health and wellness based, recipes, body image, all of that good stuff. And then become verified on Instagram. I paid for the verification, and it was like $15, I think. I was like, oh, Billy, this would be really cool. Let me do the verification, whatever. I paid for it, saw it on my page, and I was like, this is weird. It just felt really inauthentic. Like even now when I look at it, I'm like, that's just not me. Like I'm not meant to, like, I don't want to be verified. If I get verified eventually in life, like great, but like that just doesn't, it didn't feel right to me. So I immediately canceled the subscription. It will stay until like May, whatever, whenever I did it. But that was a goal that I was like, that would be cool, but then obviously accomplished it, but no, you know? Financial goals. Pay my taxes. I owed a lot just because my contributions were a little bit off this year. So I paid my taxes, we're good with that. Adjust tax contributions, did that just so that I don't have to owe as much next year. Redo down payment categories. So as I spoke about before, I had a down payment category in my You Need a Budget, which is the app I use to budget. I'll link my link below there. But I just reorganized my down payment category and started from scratch since I used a lot of that money to pay my taxes. So I just kind of adjusted things in my budget, which is why I love YNAB. You can just move things around. And then look at closing credit card. I closed one of my credit cards. It was my business account. I used to have Sarah's Faves as an LLC when I taught yoga. I no longer have it as an LLC just because in Massachusetts it was like $500 to keep. In Texas it's a lot cheaper. I just didn't know how long I would be here. So I ended up canceling it, and then I decided to close the credit card since there was a $95 fee associated with it. I just ended up not really using it that much anymore. So completed 4 out of my 4 financial goals as well. Wellness goals. I had 4 in this category. I don't have like a set amount of goals in, hold on, I have to adjust how I'm sitting. In each category, I just like do it based off however, but I felt like I had a lot last month, and you'll see for me, I kind of narrowed it down a little bit. So my wellness goals, continue reading meditation book. I have a book where there's like a daily meditation in there. I've kept it in my office thinking I would read it when I work from home. It's honestly a little passage. It's not that much. I like reading it. I just feel like my mornings have gotten away from me, and I don't have as established as a morning routine as I used to, and I loved having my morning routine, but I was trying to peel back the layers a little bit and change some things. So I haven't been reading that. I think if I keep it by my nightstand, I will. So that might be something I will implement, but I'm not necessarily gonna make it into a goal. 2 Equinox classes a week, I did that. So I joined Equinox. I've gone to at least 2 classes a week. I usually do Pilates or yoga on top of personal training, but that's separate. And so I completed that goal. I have been really loving it so far. I'm honestly so glad that I decided to join. It's just like really convenient for me, and it's made me into a really great routine in the gym, which I feel like is what I needed for my confidence, my mental health, and everything like that. Equifit assessment I did when I first joined. So they do an assessment for you, talk with you about what your goals are, and go through, you know, like your weight, your body fat percentage, your muscle. And I honestly only really care about my muscle and body fat percentage and just making sure those are where I ideally would like them and where I feel confident, not really just based off the number. And then 1 personal training session. I did that for free and now I pay for it because I do personal training. So I completed 3 out of my 4 goals. Overall, the only goals I didn't complete was the meditation book and then become verified on Instagram. But obviously, like I said, I don't really want to be verified on Instagram unless it were to come naturally. So I'm really happy with April. Honestly, my goals weren't as front of mind as I wanted them to be, which is why I want to write them down in my planner since I look at that more often for May. But that was my April. So let's close out April and move on to April reflection. I moved the camera angle just a little bit because I was sitting on my ankles before and I have like really bad ankles, so it's starting to hurt. So now I'm sitting on my butt on the floor. Okay, April reflection. I didn't do this last reset. I wanted to bring it back, but like I said, I want to do it together. So I have accomplished, big events, most proud of, most challenging, start, stop, and continue. So you'll see all those there. I've already filled out 2, but let's fill it together. So accomplished. And last time I did it, I wrote like a bunch in each, which just kind of felt like really overwhelming. So I honestly want to write like 1 thing in each. So for accomplished, see, this is what's interesting. It's like nothing comes to mind at first. We got to think through it together. Accomplished, I want to say I never missed a personal training session, and I feel really good about where I'm at with personal training and being in the gym and understanding my body and lifting heavy weights, and it feels really good. So that's what I'm gonna write for accomplished. So honestly, I'm just gonna write like personal training. Okay. Big events. It was Henry's first birthday, so Henry is my nephew. I was not able to go home for it, but to me that's like a big event. I feel like he's still like a little tiny peanut, but he's not, and he has like a personality, and he's older, and he's gonna start walking, and I see him in like 2 months. I miss him so much, but it was his first birthday, so that was a big event. Most proud of, this goes hand in hand with accomplished, but consistent workouts, and not only the personal training. I feel like I found a really good rhythm of like, okay, personal training on Monday, off day Tuesday, Wednesday yoga, Thursday personal training, Friday Pilates, Saturday strength training, or Sunday, and then the other day off. So I work out 5 days a week and 2 days I rest. So I struggled a lot. I feel like I was on ClassPass. I was trying all these gyms that I liked, but like I just never found something that like made sense and stuck, and Equinox has done that for me. It is expensive, I will preface with that, but I find it to be worth it for me. And then what was most challenging? Honestly, Billy and I this month have been so busy. Like honestly, we've been ships in the night. I get home at like 10, he's already in bed, or like he gets home at 10, I'm already in bed, I'm already asleep or reading or winding down. We have like barely had time to see each other and even like hang out. And even in the morning too, I'll like get up, get ready, go to work, and I'm like, okay, bye, love you, out the door. And haven't really been walking Hobie and stuff like that. So that has been really challenging, I think, for me, and also for us. It's just like we have been really busy, and I know May is, we're still gonna be busy, but I think less so, I hope. So I think most challenging has been like, I don't want to phrase it as like not spending enough time with Billy, not busy, or like being too busy. Like most challenging is like finding time for Billy, or like finding time for our relationship, I think has probably been the most challenging. Start, stop, and continue. So one of my stops in February was stop relying on Billy for things. There was like this moment or this time in my life, like 1 month, 2 months, that I would always be like, can you do this? Can you do that? And it was just like annoying. I feel like I've been better at it. And I wish he was home, he could vouch for me, but I'll ask him later. I think I've been better at it. So I just wanted to go back to that one because I feel proud of that. start. Okay, in May, what do I want to start doing? I think in May, I want to start taking Hobie for a walk and like waking up earlier, taking him outside, and like doing that first thing in the morning. So I'm gonna write start taking Hobie out before work. It also helps Billy in the morning too. Like if I take him out, he doesn't have to take him out and everything like that. So then I get fresh air in the morning. Then I get to see the sun. I can like make my coffee first, go outside. So yeah, just like setting out time for that. Stop. What do I want to stop? I know what I want to stop. I always leave my laundry in the dryer for like so long before I fold it, and I want to stop doing that. Like it's not that hard when you do it. Like I need to put on a podcast, put on a YouTube video, watch something, and just like fold my laundry. So stop leaving laundry in dryer. It's also inconvenient for Billy too, because then like what if he wants to do his laundry, you know? So stop leaving in dryer. That's all I wrote, but I know what I mean. And then continue. I've been pretty good since personal training about my protein intake. That's one of my goals for May, but I want to continue like working on my protein intake. And then I also want to continue focusing on reading. I have been reading a lot lately, and I just really enjoy it as opposed to like watching TV and like scrolling on my phone and my list, things like that. So continue working on protein take and focusing on reading. That's my April reflection. It feels really good, honestly, to just do like one of each bucket as opposed to a lot. It's pretty overwhelming. So let's move on to May goals. Okay, here are my May goals. You ready? Personal goals, wellness goals, financial goals, Sarah's faves goals. Personal goals, read 3 books. We always have a reading goal in there. My goal for the year is to read 50 books. And on my Goodreads right now, I have read 19 out of 50. So I'm 3 books ahead of schedule, which is pretty good. But I ideally want to hit that goal and like potentially surpass 50 books. So we'll see. But read 3 books, continue to practice latte art. I've actually gotten better and like practice it a little bit more making hot lattes. So that's something I want to do because that is one of my 2023 yearly goals that I have in here. 4 therapy sessions. So I have been using BetterHelp. I really like my therapist. She is awesome. And I want to continue using it, but I just need to figure out, I use like my HSA account for it at first. It's only $80 a week, so $80 per session. It's not that bad compared to other, but I just want to see if it makes sense to like input a different card or something like that. I think I'm getting up on my 4 weeks for April. I have had 2 sessions with her so far, so I have 1 more for this month. Actually, no, on Monday, so that will be May. So I want to do 4 in May. I don't want to miss one. I haven't missed one yet. I've had to reschedule though, but I want to keep up with that. And then, like I said before, organize and declutter guest room / office closet. There's just a lot in there. Like there's some of Billy's electronics, our vacuum, some clothes in there that like didn't fit in the closet, but I think now would, just because we've gotten rid of some clothes, tools, like an old coffee maker, just stuff I feel like we could get rid of or like sell and stuff like that. And then from there, like once we whittle it down, just reorganize and do that like we did with the kitchen. So those are my 4 personal goals. My wellness goals: monitor protein intake because I'm lifting heavier and lifting more. In order to get stronger, I want to make sure I'm keeping up with my protein intake. Personal training 2 times per week, which I do, but keeping that up in May. As you can see, these are really attainable goals. Meditate 1 time per week. So if you watch my 2023 goal set, I want to build a meditation practice. I feel a lot better mentally when I meditate, but I honestly, like, every time I'm like, oh, I have the time, and then I just like don't do it. It's so weird. Let me take a sip. And then in February, I was like, meditate every day for 10 minutes. And that was just like going from 0 to 100. So I was like, meditate 1 time a week. Let's just do it. Like one morning when I work from home, let's do a meditation. So I have that on there for wellness. Those are my 3 wellness goals. Financial goals, set aside money for personal training. It is $250 a week for 2 sessions. That's pretty expensive. I'm paying like almost $1,000, actually a little bit more than that with my membership to Equinox, and that's a lot. Like, that's like rent almost. That's how important it is to me and how good it makes me feel. But I want to allocate that amount in my budget so I know that that's coming out. So I have like a separate category and everything, and I just allocate towards it. A lot of my Lululemon paycheck will just go straight to that, which is great. Or if I babysit like throughout the month on top of that, it also usually goes to that, as opposed to just like my normal paycheck from my salary. Pay more attention to grocery spending. So I have a bad habit of spending a lot of money at the grocery store. I really like groceries, but I also don't like food to go to waste. So I'm gonna look at my grocery bill from last month. Okay, I've already spent this month like $500 on groceries. Granted, I'm usually spending it for me and Billy and then like putting it in Splitwise, which is an app we use to like track who spends what. But that's a lot of money for 2 people, you know? I do also put like random things in there, so it's not like everything, but I do want to be more like cognizant of what I'm spending at the grocery store. And then the last is Sarah's faves goals. I only have 1 this month because this is like the only thing I'm committed to, is all videos uploaded by Saturday. So I want them to be like public on Sunday morning, which is my normal upload schedule, but I want them to be edited or filmed, edited, thumbnail ready to go, description, title, like all ready to go on YouTube, scheduled for Sunday at like 7 a.m. It is Saturday right now, and this video is going live tomorrow. So like when you're watching this, it'll be Sunday, and it'll be less than 24 hours when I record it. It is Saturday at 6:26 p.m. So I'm starting to get to a point, like I knew I was filming this video, but it's getting to a point where it's like I want to be more, I just dropped my pen, more prepared, have it ready to go. And there was a time when I was doing that, but then I was like, when I go into the office 3 days a week, I don't have enough time. When I get home from the office, I'm tired. And then when I work from home, it's like hard to find the time as well, you know? So that is my April goals, what we accomplished, April reflection, and then May goals. So reset is done, but let's look at what I have going on this week and put that in my planner. All right, here's the week. So personal training on Monday and Thursday, still trying to figure out a time for Thursday. Happy hour on Tuesday, therapy Monday. Wednesday, Billy is going to the airport, so I'm driving him. I work at Lululemon Thursday, and then Saturday I have an event with Dear Media. I paid for tickets. I'm not like invited or anything, but super excited about that. And obviously I have a light week this week when Billy's gone, classic. But this is my week, and then I'll write like my tasks and everything when I get to work on Monday on the next side. Time for current favorites. Okay. I don't want to do categories this time. I feel like it's easier for, like, you know what category it's going to be in, you know? It's not really that big of a deal. So, my first favorite is my Awala water bottle. If my mom knew I bought another water bottle, she'd be like, what the heck? But what I love about it is you can drink it like this. Or like a straw. Because there's a straw in here. So that's the mouthpiece right there. I bought it at Whole Foods. I honestly have not been using my Stanley that much. I actually, pro tip, leave my Stanley in my car. I'll like fill it up and bring it down and just leave it in there. So that's like my car water bottle. And then the Awala I bring with me like to the gym, to the office, everything like that. My second favorite are these sunglasses. I got them from Urban Outfitters. I'm gonna hopefully try and find the link, but I bought them when I was in Florida in March actually, but I haven't been wearing them that much until this month. And I just love them on. I honestly think they're like $20, but they are super cute. My second favorite are my underwear from Lululemon. So I actually just bought another pair, but I thought it would be easy to show y'all since they're still in the packaging. They're the Under-Ease in a size medium. So these are the mid-rise hipster. These are just ones that like I wear to bed, but I also really like the Under-Ease thong as well. I prefer the Under-Ease personally to the Invisiwear that Lululemon has. The Invisiwear I feel like can stretch out, just doesn't stay as comfortable, at least for me. And these are like super, super, super comfortable. What else? Oh, This is like a little favorite organizer that I have. I put all my favorites next to me, so I'm just deciding which I want to go through. This is like my pill organizer that I got from Amazon. I obviously haven't restocked it yet, but it has like a magnet in the middle and it is a pretty good size. So I just like keep it in my like DOP kit or workout bag or whatever. And it's from Amazon. I will also link that below. My workout favorite are my Adidas Ultra Boost that I got in this like purplish whitish color. I love them. They're super light, really comfortable. They haven't gotten that dirty yet, and I've been wearing them for like all of my workouts. My toothbrush is another favorite this month. This is like the randomest amount of favorites, but honestly, this is what it usually is. It is the Brush toothbrush. It has all these different settings, so like daily, white, gentle. And I used to have, or I still do have, the Philips one, Sonicare, that I got from Costco, but I used it the other day. It's honestly like pretty harsh. So this was sent to me by Brush. I was supposed to have a code for you, and then they never answered my emails. So they sent it to me. I got it, I use it, I love it, but I don't have a code. And I've tried to follow up like maybe 7 times, so. No code for y'all, but it's a good toothbrush. And then the last thing is, like I said, the Rose Code was a really, really great book. I loved it. I gave it back to Half Price Books, which I like donate my books to. But Look Closer was probably my favorite thriller for this month. I just finished it last night. And it's a pretty quick like little blurb, but it just says, Simon and Vicky couldn't be more normal. A wealthy Chicago couple with a stable, if unexciting marriage. But with these two, absolutely nothing is what it seems. When a beautiful socialite is found hanging in a mansion in a nearby suburb, Simon and Vicky's complex web of secrets begins to unravel. A whirlwind affair, a $20 million trust fund about to come due, a decade-long grudge, and an obsession with revenge. These are just a few of their lies with devastating consequences. Both Vicky and Simon are liars, but just who exactly is conning who? Prepare to question everything you think you know in this wickedly clever novel of greed, revenge, obsession, and quite possibly the perfect murder. It was pretty good. It was. I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads. So yeah, those are all my favorites. That is my monthly reset for May. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feedback, want any links, or any other videos that you have in mind that you want me to do, please feel free to comment them below. Like I said, I'm always open to feedback or any suggestions that y'all have. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to do so as it supports my channel. Like this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Love you.